Welcome to Math 110 online. I'm going to do a quick video that is going to give you an overview of the structure of our Lumen classroom, as well as just a brief orientation in terms of how to get the most out of this online environment. You'll notice that there are a series of folders when you first go into Lumen. We'll go through these shortly, but the first folder here, any folder that you see has this triangle, you can click on that triangle and it will expand the folder. And what you have in here is the course calendar. I've got some instructions here on how to view the calendar differently. By default, I'm showing only 2 weeks of due dates, and you can see here everything that is due and reading and assignments are posted on the calendar. This link here, event list, if you click on that event list, you'll see that it's going to give you a chronological list of all of the assignments, and this view is nice because it will give you live links and take you directly to readings or directly to course assignments. Let's go back here. You can see here now I selected 3 weeks, and you can see that 3 weeks of the calendar is now showing. I can show all the dates. For instance, if I click on this assignment, it'll take me directly to the assignment. Sometimes Lumen can be difficult to adjust to. If you want to get back to the home screen, just click on that main menu up here, and now I'm back to the calendar. Okay, I'm going to close that up. The next folder here is course documents. That has the syllabus. It also has technical requirements. We'll talk a little bit about this right now. This class requires you to use Microsoft Excel for calculations, and using it on a Chromebook or using the web version of Microsoft is not sufficient for this class. You will not be able to access all of the necessary features in the web version. Please watch these videos and to install Microsoft or Office 365. It is free to DCC students. Even if you have Excel on your computer, or you think you have it on your computer, it may very well be the web version. So please go through these instructions in detail. You will also need to load Solver, the Solver add-in to Excel. We will extensively be using Solver in this class. Okay, there's also a folder here about how to access the Math and Science Center or how to contact me. The best way to contact me is through the messaging system in Lumen up here versus my regular email, but you can also get me through my regular Outlook email. Okay, and Lumen can get a little messy if you have too many of these folders open, so just know that you can expand them and collapse them as necessary. Each week I will be posting an announcement, and you can read the announcement. Please do read this full announcement here. In particular, what I'd like to say is that you are expected to watch videos, okay? Since we do not have an in-person lecture, it is really important that you watch the lecture videos. If you took this class over the summer in person, you would have 8 hours of lecture per week, and then you would be expected to spend about 16 hours doing homework, etc. Okay, so because this is fully online, you should be setting aside about 24 hours per week on this class. There are online quizzes. Online quizzes are timed, and you must show your work, write your work on a separate piece of paper and upload that work to the quiz for full credit. Many times, if students are not practicing the homework, they find they have a hard time completing the quiz in the allotted amount of time. Here's again a summary of the technical requirements, and then some students that have not used Excel before, not really have a lot of experience saving and uploading specific file types, please watch these two videos. Excel by default is going to save your files to the OneDrive or the SharePoint on the web, which is not sufficient for this class. So when you download Excel, you can change the default setting to save your files to your personal hard drive on your computer. And then here's a quick video on how to upload them into a Lumen assignment. Then what I've done is I've set up weekly folders. If you look in the weekly folder, I'll give you a summary as to the topics we'll cover, and then another calendar is embedded here. Lastly, if you prefer to go chapter by chapter, you can click under the chapter folder, and if you click those drop downs, you will see again all of the reading and video materials, and then you can also see the homework assignments right here within each chapter to start those assignments. Lastly, if you look on the left-hand margin, I've set up some quick links. Like I said, if you have a lot of these folders open, it can get a little messy in Lumen. So on the left-hand side here, you will see links directly to each week's folder, current week announcements, and syllabus. Please always check the current week announcements. Once that week goes by, I move them into the prior week announcement folder, and you can refer back to all the announcements that we have in this class. The last two things I want to cover is how to access messages and look in the grade book. So up here, if I've sent you a message, you're going to see this little notification here, new messages. Click on messages. You can see that I sent a message to myself here, welcome to Math 110, and then you can reply to that message saying, hello, thank you, and send. So it's just like other messaging applications. Lastly, there's the grade book. So when you want to, after you submit your assignments, you can go into the grade book. Also from the grade book, you can see that you can access assignments as well. Please do note that when you log into the grade book, if I've left you feedback, you'll see view feedback button here, and you can see any feedback that I may have given you on a particular question. If you click on the assignment here, once you have finished the assignment, you can see what questions you've gotten correct or incorrect. And if I go down here, question 9, you can see that that was incorrect, and you can get similar questions to retry those assignments or those questions until you get them correct. You can get similar questions and do as many questions as you want, up to 100 questions for practice, or until you get 100 on the homework assignment. And then I do want to just show you, for once you've completed an assignment and you go into the grade book, you can see if these little answer key will show you if you've gotten it incorrect on the Excel assignments. I have the answer key available immediately, and so you can sort of see what you've done incorrectly, get a similar question, and then try again until you have mastered the skill. And now I've got it correct. So that is the overview for Math 110. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions.